Hi, it's Miss Heather here at Conservatory of the Ozarks. I got here a little early today so I could set up some treats before my students arrive today. Ooh, I could show them to you. I love setting out treats in the fall, you know. I think it's so cozy to come to your music lesson and then there are treats for you. And also, Thanksgiving break is next week. And we have a little feather in our poster to catch everybody's attention, to remind them. But I have so many thoughts in my head today. I just wanted to do a little update video about how things are going here. Like I said in a video a few weeks ago, was feeling really discouraged lately because my old assistant, Alyssa, couldn't stay after we closed. She'd already made other arrangements. And then Leslie, my piano student, was going to do it, but then she wasn't able to continue with it because she had some sad things in her personal life. And so then I was without any assistant to help me. Here are the treats. See, we have pumpkin, cheesecake rolls, and Boy Scout caramel popcorn. This stuff, I love this stuff. Caramel corn with peanuts in a pumpkin jar. And then just some other little ginger snaps, yum. And hand sanitizer, of course, not to eat, but to use before you eat. And so that's to welcome students when they come into their lesson today. It's a really pretty day here, so have the door propped open. Anyways, so this is kind of probably not rational, but just a thing about my emotions, I guess. When I have people leave, it definitely does leave me with this feeling like I don't matter, like I'm not valuable and I'm not important, because if I was those things and if what I was doing was valuable and important and really mattered, then people wouldn't leave my organization. They'd want to stay here because it really mattered to them. And of course, when a student or a teacher or an assistant leaves, it's not necessarily because of those reasons that I just listed, but something about their own life, their own lives. But it's hard not to feel those things for me. Like I say, I know it's probably not the most rational thing to feel, but that is kind of the effect it has on me. And so I was just feeling discouraged by it. It leaves me with this feeling like an unsupported feeling, like I'm all alone. I'm the only one who thinks that this is important, and it doesn't really matter to anybody else if we're here or if we're not here. It's just not important. And that makes me feel so sad to feel those feelings. It's just so unpleasant to feel those feelings. Whether it's logical to feel them or not, it just is not a pleasant experience. So I've been trying to just deal with it the best I could. And I had an interview set up with somebody, and then he just didn't show up. So that was also discouraging. Kind of reinforces that feeling of like, oh, this obviously doesn't matter to anybody because nobody would even show up to interview for this. It's not something anybody wants to do. Nobody wants to help me. And I know it's like a stupid thing to be upset about, and it doesn't really make sense. It's just business. It's not personal. But it feels personal to me. I guess because, for me, this is my whole life. It's not just my job. It's my hobby and my social life and my passion and my career and the way I earn money. So it's hard not to be emotionally invested in it. It's been my whole life's work so far. So I posted on Facebook, on the Conservatory's Facebook, and I posted on Indeed that we were hiring. And I tried to give a really honest description of what the job is like to be my assistant. And I don't think I've ever done that before, just like put out there that I'm hiring. It's always been more like I see somebody who I think would be good to do it, and then I ask them to do it, because it's kind of scary bringing somebody in who you've never met before. It's so hard to tell just in an interview what this person is really like. Or at least it is for me. And also I hate doing interviews. hate it so much. I just want everything to be done and taken care of. I don't want to have to do the interviews. So I posted those on Facebook, those job descriptions, and I tried to say, I tried to find a tactful way of saying pretty much everybody in my life, assistants that I've had, and my students, my boyfriends, they all complain that I am too demanding, that I have too high of standards, that I work too hard, I'm a workaholic, and that I expect other people to be like that, even though I'm the one who's overboard, so I shouldn't be expecting other people to be like that. And too particular, and if things don't go exactly my way, that I get really upset about it, and I hurt people's feelings, I think, when I try to express criticism to them. It's hard to express criticism, but if you have an assistant or a student or a boyfriend or, any relationship with a person, sometimes you have to express negative emotions, and that's hard to do, and I guess I'm not very good at it, because even when I'm trying to be tactful, I still hurt people's feelings. I hate that. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I do. So I tried to say that in the ad, like, hey, you kind of got to have some pretty durable emotions if you're going to work with me, I guess. Because I think, if one person says something negative about you, maybe it's just them. But when it's a lot of people and they all say, like, you're too demanding, probably you're too demanding. So it's probably a real thing about me. So anyways, I posted that, and then I got all these responses, and I'm feeling like so annoyed because I'm gonna have to do all these interviews. It's gonna be awful. Most of them, like half of them, probably will stand me up. The ones who show up, half of them will be super annoying, and then they're gonna know where I work, and just not very nice to go through all that. And I always love to kind of give people little tests and see what they do without telling them that I'm giving them a test. And I thought to myself, I wonder if I just wait a few days, I wonder if any of these applicants would show some initiative, and instead of just like sending a half-hearted application online, I wonder if any of them would like take the time to like pick up their phone and call the conservatory to try and push this process forward on their own, because I feel like that would be a really good sign if somebody would do that. So I was kind of waiting, and sure enough, I missed a call yesterday, and I was returning missed calls, or maybe it was a few days ago, and this lady was like, oh yeah, I had applied on Facebook, and I was just curious to know more, and I was talking to her, and she seems great. She seems really interested in what we're doing here, and she seems like she would be like an amazing fit. So she's coming tomorrow just for like a casual meet and greet, not like a official interview, but I was like, let's just like kind of get to know each other a little bit. And we had a pretty decent long phone conversation. So I have really high hopes that she's going to work out and be kind of on board with what I'm doing here. So I have that feeling like I'm supported. That's the thing that I'm looking for, this feeling like what I'm doing is important to this person, and she wants to help make it happen. and that she's behind me, and that I don't have to tell her every single thing to do over and over again, but she remembers what she's supposed to do, and it's off my plate, and I feel confident that what needs to happen is happening, and I'm free to just lead the organization, not like be constantly double checking to see if things are done the right way, and reminding, you know, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you show up? Did you get your hours in? Why aren't you here? Like that kind of thing. So we'll see. I'll have to do an update after I meet with her. Hopefully it'll go just great, and hopefully she is exactly what we're looking for. Her voice sounds nice on the phone, which is important. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. So if any of you are prayers or positive thinkers, please send some good energy my way. Because it would be so nice to find assistant off my to-do list. I'm so behind on everything. The conservatory has like 200 missed calls right now, and most of them are just robocalls, but you never know till you actually follow up with them. So anyways, hope everybody has a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.